and you let her go.
Hello everyone, it's Constitution Player and welcome back to another top 10, and this is the top 10 best PlayStation 2 games and PlayStation 1 games, so a combination of both. And of course this is all opinionated, and this is the only games that I own, so there might be other games that I might love that are out there but I don't have, but these are the games I played as a child, which I love to death and I still do today. But anyways, let's jump into the top 10 best PlayStation 1 games and PlayStation 2 games from when I was young. Let's go. The Lost World Jurassic Park is of course based off the movie The Lost World Jurassic Park, which is also based off the novel The Lost World. The game is incredibly hard with you having to take multiple routes to get all the collectibles, which can either help you retain life, make you more powerful, or DNA, which makes you unlock some gallery art. The game starts you off with a Compsognathus, a small dinosaur which is very weak. As you progress through the game, you get bigger and bigger, so you become a Velociraptor, and then you become a T-Rex, and then you actually get to play as Sarah Harding from the movie, running away from the T-Rex and killing it once and for all. The game's ending is incredibly funny, with even Dr. Malcolm saying, "Go get a life." Yeah, like no joke, he says, "Go get a life." Yeah, but this game was amazing for its time. Incredibly difficult, I still have not beaten it myself. Definitely worth the number 10 spot on this list. Burnout Revenge is the fourth installment of the Burnout series. It was created by Criterion Games and published by EA, when they were actually good. The game's graphics on PS2 but are not so good compared to the Xbox. The same can be said with The Lost World. The entire game really is just about crashing, and also crashing. Jeez, next thing you know, there's gonna be planes coming out of the sky crashing into the cars. But it's not all just about crashing, it also offers a lot of variety in the game modes. There is Eliminator, Race, Backwards Race, Time Attack, Checking, which is where you crash into the cars and try to get the most points as possible, and Road Rage, where you have to crash into everyone that's racing with you. The game also offers Net Play, which is basically online on PS2 standards. But you need a certain plug, I really don't know what it's called, but if you do have it, you can mix with other players. But to be honest, there won't be that much people playing it. I still am not 100% of the game myself, but I am on the way to doing it because I am pretty much playing it right now. But other than that, this was a fantastic game and a very favourite one from my childhood. Anyways, let's move on to the next one.
It's yours, Jurassic Park.
This is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. It is a sort of zoo tycoon city building game, except you are making Jurassic Park, which is awesome. You start off with an island of your own, and when you create a dinosaur you can open your park. You create dinosaurs by unlocking dig sites, and unfortunately you can only pick 3, and with each dig site you can create 4 dinosaurs. So basically 12 dinosaurs per park. This game is also one of the best Jurassic Park games ever made, according to the community. As you progress through the game, you receive stars, which improves visitor attendance, therefore giving you more money. You can create dirt paths, restaurants, toilets, rest places, bins, seats, and much more as you continue through the game. You can also get mods for PC, such as skins and even different dinosaur models and new buildings and even new designs and textures. It's absolutely amazing what the PC community has done for Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. And if only it had been brought to the PS4, like Jurassic World Operation Genesis, that would be amazing, but no. Unfortunately, they do not give it us. But Jurassic Park Operation Genesis was amazing. I love this game to death. Unfortunately, you only get 3 game saves in PS3, and I still have them today. I'm not creating a new park because I want to keep those saves close to my heart, and I want to just visit them whenever I can. But anyways, let's move on to the next game, at number 7. King Kong, the official game in the movie, is solely based off the movie from the 2008 remake. It has a lot of similarities to it, but I think it's very close to it.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, it's not exactly based off the 2008 remake, but it comes close to it. You go from level to level defeating dinosaurs with either spears or weapons, or you can play as King Kong, beat up T-Rexes and either break their back or snap their jaw. Not only are the dinosaurs after you, but the names that live on Skull Island will try anything to kill you. The goal is to reach the end of the level. It is pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. But as you progress through each level, it becomes a challenge, with you having to protect the other characters, and if not, game over, and you'll have to start from the last checkpoint. The game is simply just absolutely addictive, and if you have a PS2 or Xbox, pick it up and play it. You will not regret it. Anyways, let's move on to number 6. King Kong, fantastic game. Call me childish or weird, but this game is fantastic. Of course it's based off SpongeBob, but hey, it was my favourite show from when I was young and I still watch it every so often. Don't judge me! You can pick from 3 characters from bus stops that you find throughout the levels, but only 2 characters can be chosen in a level. The 3 characters are Stanley, Patrick, and of course, SpongeBob. The boss fights are also very creative, with each character having their own boss fight as a robot. And also, the story is that Plankton has created a ton of robots by accident, and now you have to stop them. Pretty cliche and straightforward, but let's move on to the number 5 spot. Very, very good game, Battlefield Bikini Bottom. I hope there is talks that's being remastered for PS4, and I hope it happens, because if that happens, I'm going to do a Let's Play on it. But let's move on to number 5. Need for Speed Most Wanted is made by EA Black Box and published by EA. It is an open world racing game with a twist. There are tons of police after you because you are the most wanted. As you progress your way through the game, you build up your way to the Blacklist. The Blacklist is a collection of the meanest, baddest racers out there, and in order to get to the top you must defeat them all. If you do, then you get a chance of taking their car for your own, and if so, you can customize it in any way, shape or form. The game also offers a challenge mode, a collection of 60 or more challenges, with the end challenge being to survive for 30 minutes. Or being chased by the cops at maximum level. It is fun, addicting, and one of the greats. In the open world, you can crash into some interactables to crash the cops instantly, like just instantly. You can smash into a water tower, gas station, signs, movie stages, and many, many more. If it had not been for Need for Speed Most Wanted, I probably wouldn't even be really into racing games. And with the Hobo remake, Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2012 version, I think, this game is superior, even though the graphics on PS2 are terrible and the Xbox is superior once again. It's a great game nonetheless and very addictive. Definitely worth the number 5 spot on this list. I love it so much. Thank you for all the great times. Before I start, can I just say that this game makes you rage like an angry fat kid playing Call of Duty smashing the TV? Or this guy. Anyways, on to Medieval. Medieval is a PS1 game made in 1998 by Guerrilla Cambridge and published by Sony Entertainment. The game had a sequel and also a very mediocre remake. The story is about an evil wizard named Zarok who has unleashed the undead upon the town of Gallowmere. As Sir Daniel Fortescue, your job is of course to beat the evil Gallowmere, and trust me, this game will drive you to the brink of insanity until you end up smashing your TV or even throwing the PS2 out the window. Along the way, you can pick up weapons that will aid you in your journey, along with collectibles like money, life bottles and shields. It's like a platform game as well, but the controls are really bad, so half the time you will just fall. But there are challenging boss battles as well as enemies like the flipping terrifying scarecrows that are impossible to kill without good weapons. Trust me, do not go up against these guys. Personally, I have not beaten them myself and I probably never will, but Medieval comes in number 4, most challenging game of the PS1 era. You probably won't beat it yourself, but if you are, and you have beaten it, you're a master of games. SpongeBob SquarePants the movie game is heavily based off the movie from 2004, has a lot of similarities, and every level is from the movie. Everything from Jellyfish Fields to Rock Bottom, it's amazing.
Are you sure about that?
Jossie, I swear to God, you don't get early right now. Sorry about that. On with the game. The game is very similar to Battlefield Bikini Bottom. It has the same gameplay and even the same moves. You go from level to level collecting Goofy Goober tokens, which are basically golden spatulas from Battlefield Bikini Bottom. But instead of an open world select screen, you get a standard select screen. But unlike Battlefield Bikini Bottom, instead of the constant platforming, you can drive the Krabby Patty mobile or slide down a mountain in a bathtub. You also get the ride on David Hasselhoff's back as a boss fight against Dennis. To be honest, it's really creative, this game. The story is from the movie where Plankton of course one day and take over the world, yada yada yada, but as you collect more Goofy Goober tokens, you progress through the game as certain levels will not allow you to play them unless you got a certain amount of coins. If it had not been for this game, guys, I would really not be as into games as I am now, because I used to be playing this so many times over and over and over and over again until I eventually got sick of it because, well, I played so much. But enough of SpongeBob, let's move on to the number 2 spot. Thank you, SpongeBob the movie game. It's a fantastic game. If you have PS2, Xbox, get it. You will not regret it. It's amazing. LEGO Star Wars is such a favourite of mine. I would ask other people to play with me, but enough of my social life. LEGO Star Wars is based off the prequels, with 3 rooms, each representing an episode. Each room contains 5 to 6 levels that take about 10 minutes to complete. In the levels you can collect mini kits that build famous ships from the movie. You can play as over 50 characters as you burst through the game. You collect credits, you can buy cheats, characters, and funny costumes. They're not funny. The game is represented in a funny, comical way since it is made by LEGO, and we all know LEGO, they like to represent the most dangerous stuff in any way possible that's funny. Every character is really split into 4 personalities. You have the shooter, which can grab up the areas that no one else can and shoot everyone. You have lightsaber users that you can use to force and kill people with the lightsaber. You have high jumpers that can jump to high areas that no one else can reach. And you have droids that can open doors and fly over objects. There isn't really much to say about this game. It's one of those games where you just play every so often and try and get every collectible. It's a very repetitive game, to be honest, when you're a shooter, especially when you're the lightsaber. But it's fun in every way possible, and that's why it deserves the number 2 spot. A fantastic game, definitely get it. Yep, it's Spyro. If you did not know this was coming, you have not been on my channel for a while. If you have seen my Eternal Night and a New Beginning review, then you already knew this was coming. But Spyro is my favorite video game of all time. I love the PS1 version, and I love the 3 PS2 versions and the PS3 version as well. But enough of that. This game is amazing. It was my childhood. This is literally my childhood. I might just be 13, and older people might say, oh, you're still a child, blah 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 blah. No, I don't care. This game was amazing. I don't know why games aren't like this anymore. Now they're all brutal and bloody, gory shooting, which I kind of like, to be honest. But anyways, in this game, in Spyro the Dragon on the PS1 version, really all you have to do is run and charge, collect gems, run and charge, collect gems, go to levels, run and charge. That's literally it. It's fun, but repetitive. But it's good repetitive. It's a good repetitive for some reason. I love this game to death. I don't need to go over the other versions of Eternal Night in the beginning, because I've done a review on them. But Dawn of the Dragon, I'll have to get to that one sometime. It's very drastic in gameplay. Now I think that's what really made people not like the ones on PS2, because the gameplay changed so drastically. It was really a hard thing to understand. But anyways, this game, it's so good. I love it. Spyro is one of my favorite. Well, not one of my favorite. Is my favorite character ever, and nothing